On your journey of somatic healing and nervous system regulation, as you move through the stages of recovery from chronic pain, anxiety, panic, trauma, fibromyalgia, and more neuroplastic sensations, it's not so useful to think about your sensations on a scale of 1 to 10. But I will encourage you to think about something else on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm Wolf, a professional neuroplastic, chronic pain, anxiety, panic, trauma, and other sensation recovery coach, here to help guide you through the jungles of recovery to get you safely through to the other side where you can resume a vibrant and dynamic life full of everything you want, able to do all the things that you want to do, and to have your sensations fade into history. So on my journey, there were times where there was a focus on how intense is your pain on a scale of 1 to 10. And usually the people who were asking me this were doing it for their own reasons, not mine. They weren't doing it to try to help me recover. They were doing it to try to either make me more afraid or to try to code it for their own medical system. When you focus on measuring on a scale of 1 to 10 and you talk about things that way, your mind is more likely to use that as a frame of reference throughout the day. But this recovery journey is non-linear. So it's pretty useless if you're at a 5 or you're at a 7 or at a 9, because it's gonna, if it's a neuroplastic condition, you've been checked out by the medical establishment, you don't have a disease process, a broken bone, a cancer, something like that, then it's gonna be nonlinear. It's gonna go up and down. And what we're gonna do is move it into an overall up. Even though it's up and down, we're still going up. We're still getting better and better over time. But when you start looking at things from a 1 to 10 scale, it's quite easy to slip into complaining. And I've seen this with clients. I've seen this with people in groups. I've seen this with people, just other people recovering online, and even friends who are recovering, to complain and say, I'm at a 10 out of 10, I'm at a 12 out of 10 pain 24/7. And that's just not accurate. If it's neuroplastic pain, it's not going to stay the same level all the time. There will be moments where you won't even be aware of the pain. And then over time, as you get better and better, you're going to go through the cycles that I mentioned. And I have another video about the way recovery is a nonlinear journey. So the thumbnail has me in the woods, and there's a path laid out in light. So check that one out. So instead of trying to put a number on your pain or your anxiety and keep that mode of judgment in your mind, it's better to relax into the river of allowing those sensations to flow, and you flow with them. And if you are going to measure something, then I'll tell you a better thing to measure. And you could do it on a scale of 1 to 10 too if you want to. But first, please subscribe to this channel. That helps me get my message out there and get people out of hell. My mission is to get as many people as possible out of the old mindset of, I got to live with this forever, into the new mindset of, I can get better. I can reclaim my life. Might take some effort, might take some adventure. It's a hero's odyssey, and there's going to be some interesting stuff you go through as you transform your mind, but you can get better. So when you subscribe and give me a thumbs up and drop a comment later or now, you actually help this channel find the people who are suffering the worst and who might never be able to get out without finding a channel like this that shows them the path, shows them what they can do to get out. So instead of measuring your pain levels on a 1 to 10, or your anxiety or panic or whatever it is, I encourage you to ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident you are and how ready you are to recover, right? How much energy do you have to dedicate to this process, this adventure, this transformation of getting better and better as you grow a more resilient mindset and your nervous system becomes balanced and you communicate with your unconscious mind in a way that drops the sensations. So you can ask yourself, instead of a scale of 1 to 10 of pain, I would ask myself, on a scale of 1 to 10, where's my mindset? Where's my mindset today? And usually, if my mindset was lower, like I didn't feel as confident, didn't feel as courageous, I would also be feeling a lot more sensations, and they kind of went together. But if you could elevate your mindset, then guess what follows? The sensations. So ask yourself how confident you are, how strong your mindset is, and you could even phrase it in a way of, how do I know that I'm strong enough to recover? And that's a good question. You look back and you say, well, I know I'm strong enough to recover because I made it through some pretty rough days and I'm still here. Or I was able to laugh at the sensations for a while. Or I was able to go do something in the world that I didn't think I could do because of fear. And I went through that fear, got to the other side, and yeah, I had some sensations maybe, but here I am, ready to go again. So when you ask a question like that, and you look at a scale like that, like how's my mindset? Where's my mindset on 1 to 10? You can realize, well, if my mindset's at a 2, and I really am feeling like I need to boost it up, then you begin to watch some of my other videos or get on my website and book a session with me, and I'll get your mindset up to a 10. Your confidence, your courage, get you to a place where you're ready to rock and roll. You're ready to accelerate your healing. You're ready to get better and better faster. Sometimes all that takes is a simple intervention, like putting on a song you really love, dancing a little bit, calling a friend, even just stepping outside and talking to the birds, the trees, getting into a little bit of breath work. Do a 5-minute meditation. Do a 1-minute laughter, yoga, unconditional laughter. And then check in again. How's my mindset? Okay, I did 1 minute laughter. My mindset went from a 2 to a 3.5. I am on my way. And you do a little something else. Once you get your mindset up, then your sensations will begin to fade because your mindset's going to begin building on itself. And as your mindset gets stronger and stronger, you get better and better and better. So if you have any questions about this, drop a comment. And if you're ready to work with me one-on-one, head to healingwolfcoaching.com, book a free consult call. We'll strategize, we'll get you on my calendar, and we'll get you better. I also have this great playlist you can check out and learn more and more about recovery. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so here. I'll see you in the next video. I know you can do this. On a scale of 1 to 10 of whether or not I think you can recover, I give you a 10.